Welcome to all my Bad Teddy Bear Strikers out there. Welcome to Bad Teddy Bear Striker series where we rationalize MMA striking and try to increase our probability of landing our techniques. Welcome to the lead hand series. What's up, ninjas? Honestly, I almost called this the wife beater jab. No hard feelings towards anyone mentioned in the video. Okay, so we call this the palm delivery jab. This variation of the double jab is meant to draw an attack from your opponent while simultaneously hiding and concealing the actual intention of the jab, which is intended to land. This tactic has a very high success rate if done correctly. So, rule number 1, get into the correct range. If you can touch your opponent's lead hand while it's in a 90-degree angle with your own lead hand, that's when you know that you're in the perfect range for this. Rule number 2, set a precedent. Have your opponent fully expect a technique before deciding to switch up on them with the actual intention. For this particular tactic, the straight jab is what we want them to expect and react to. Rule number 3, anticipation. So we've thrown the jab a few times while respecting the 3 times rule. We have gotten enough information about our opponent's reaction and we should be able to identify whether the opponent is expecting the jab or not. So rule number 4, position. So first, you make sure that you can touch your opponent's lead hand by will. And second, you make sure that your back leg is ready to double push off at any time when you get into that touchy range. Rule number 5, timing. The correct time to have this technique work the best is when your opponent is trying to press you and push forward instead of you pressing them. So if they come to you, they wouldn't have enough time to push or pull away when you initiate the attack. Also, usually when fighters push forward, they are ready to strike back immediately after an attack is initiated, which is a perfect reaction for this tactic to work. So rule number 6, technique. So let's get into the actual execution. First, we need to step into the jab. Now, instead of targeting the opponent's face with the jab, we're going to jab their lead hand palm. The reason for this is because if they were to counter you after the first jab, 60% of the time they would react with their rear hand because their lead hand would be occupied with pressure. However, 40% would still try to react with their own jab, but with this tactic, it does not matter which hand they choose to counter with. So once you have jabbed their lead palm, you're going to re-step in again with your head and body slightly outside your opponent's line of sight without pulling your hand back. To exit safely, I would then step right with my right leg and turn the angle instead of pulling back into my opponent's line of fire. Rule number 7, speed. What makes this tactic super annoying is how fast it happens, okay? So put as much speed as you can on it and see how confused your opponent can get. Alright ninjas, there we have it. If you guys like the content, consider subscribing, hit that like button and comment your thoughts below. And as always, I'll see you guys in the next one. Bad Teddy Bear, out.